Hi, sweet friends. It's Ashley Clarke with Earthkeeper Yoga. I'm here in Birmingham, Alabama, and I am honored to be here with you today. So, we are moving into the first week of November 2020, and I am filming this class pre election, but I'm feeling this sense that the best thing that I could do for myself and for you is to offer us a class based on the idea of blessings, finding and honoring the smallest ones and praying for big ones. So today I do have my trusty blanket and I will have a block nearby. I'd like for this class to be super slow paced as well as give us an opportunity to hold some postures in a more restorative way near the end of the class. So grab what you need and I'll meet you right here. Okay, so we're going to begin in a comfortable seat. And I do have the blanket, it's folded a little bit high just so I can let my tailbone come off the front of the blanket. I get these legs in any way that feels comfortable and finding the ease within that. So once you find the seat, when the tailbone kind of dips forward, there's a tendency to want your upper body to kind of tilt forward. So really find the sit spot and lengthen the crown of your head up towards the sky. Let those shoulders relax down. And then I invite you to find a soft gaze towards the floor, or you can close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. And we'll just begin to come into this space that we are creating together. And start to notice how you're feeling in your physical body. As you bring that awareness to your physical body, just see if there's anywhere that may feel like you could welcome just a little bit more ease. So maybe the legs relax a little bit more, maybe the shoulders, maybe even the jaw, the neck. And start to bring some awareness to your breath. So just noticing the depth and the quality of the breath. Notice if it's showing up down deep in your belly, or maybe just the breaths are really shallow up near your heart. Wherever they are, it's fine. Just bring some awareness to them. And see if you can let that breath expand. So move it up, down to the sides. Let everything expand. And then as you exhale, let everything release back inward. Letting the breath go all the way out through the deep low belly. And give yourself 2 more breaths just like that. So take an inhale. And then exhale to slowly let your eyes flutter back open. Welcome. We're going to let those hands come down on either side of the hips. So we're going to take an inhale, reach the arms and the gaze up. Palms come together. Exhale, bring hands down in front of the heart, bow chin to chest. Inhale, lift arms and gaze up. And exhale, fingertips and chin come back down. Chin into chest, fingertips on either side of the hips. Release fully. We'll begin a flow there. Inhale, reach up. Palms come together. Exhale, down in front of the heart. Inhale to rise. And exhale, chin into chest, hands near the hips. And let everything relax. Move through 2 more times your breath. We'll meet with the hands down near the hips. Lengthen through the spine, chin down towards the chest. Big deep breath all the way into the heart space. And then exhale to relax. You can bring the head back up, flutter the eyes open. So we're going to bring the hands to the knees. And I'm actually going to move my blanket just to give my ankles a little bit of extra cushion. So I'm going to move my blanket, small towel, pillow, whatever you have. I'm actually going to put them where when I put my ankles down on the mat, there's a little bit of extra cushion. And then bring those hands to the knees. We'll take an inhale to move the chest and the gaze over that left knee. And then exhale, we'll fold forward. Inhale, letting the back round, coming near that left knee. And then exhale, we'll move it all the way around. So moving with your breath. Keeping it nice and gentle, feeling into those low spots in the back that feel a little tight, through the hips that may feel a little tight. And staying connected to that breath. So take your next inhale, rounding through towards that right knee. And then exhale, reverse it. Coming back near that left knee, rotating backwards as the spine rounds in. Keeping some connection to this fluid movement. And we'll give it one more round. And then when you find the end of that exhale, meet me back in a nice tall spine seat here. Let the hands come back to relax on the legs. Give yourself 2 centering breaths right here. Beautiful. Inhale. And then you can flutter the eyes back open if you closed them. Okay, so we're going to move right from here into table. So I'm just going to move this blanket where I can put it under my knees just for a little cushion. Our first flow will include some knees, so you can leave the blanket here for a moment or two. So once you get into that table, we'll find those wrists right under the shoulders, tops of the feet on the mat. And then find that awareness of reaching the tailbone away, reaching the crown long, finding some strength through the upper body. We'll take an inhale. And then exhale, let the heart sink down, but keep the arms strong. There's a natural curvature that shows up in the back. Inhale, press into the hands, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, release the chest down, keeping the arms strong. Curvature in the low spine. Finding your breath here, moving through. Let those shoulder blades really come together on the exhale. One more breath. Inhale, round that tailbone and crown of the head in. And then exhale, lift crown and tailbone up towards the sky. Suck in the belly as you rise. Exhale, round it in. Inhale, lift it up. Stretching through the torso. Inhale, round it in. Exhale, let it go. 2 more. Last one. And we'll meet back in that neutral spine. Let's go ahead and curl toes. Take an inhale. And then exhale, lift those hips. Let's find our first down dog. That blanket or small towel can stay on your mat. No problem at all. So see if you can keep this down dog active. So connecting breaths as you press one heel back towards the back of your mat. And then pedal through, let the other ankle press towards the back. It's okay if it doesn't make it. Keeping the hips up towards the sky. Head hangs heavy. Gaze at the knees. Give yourself one more breath. And then let's walk those hands back towards the feet. Let's meet at the bottom of your mat in a forward fold. So once you get into that forward fold, let those knees really bend. Torso rolls over the thighs. Again, the head hangs heavy. Just move the head side to side. Shake it out. Maybe nod yes and no. One more breath. Beautiful. Coming to stillness, we'll inhale halfway. Find that long spine. And then exhale, release down towards the mat. Inhale down low. And exhale, slow rise, coming up in a way that honors your back, your legs, your whole body. Find length through the spine as you come to rise. And then inhale to lift the arms and the gaze up towards the sky. Palms come together. Exhale down in front of the heart, bow chin to chest. Stay here, one breath. Situate those feet. Find yourself connected to the mat. And we'll begin that same flow from here. So we'll inhale to rise, arms and gaze. And then exhale, chin comes down towards the chest, hands down towards the hips. Inhale, rise and gaze. Exhale, palms come down in front of the heart, bow chin to chest. And give yourself 2 more rounds. Staying present with breath and body. Inhale, arms rise, gaze rise. Exhale, chin into chest, palms in front of the heart. Find the length through the spine. Settle into this mountain pose with hands at the heart in prayer. 2 breaths. Inhale, lift the arms and the gaze. And then exhale, forward fold. We'll make our way into down dog. Again, you don't have to keep that down dog static. You can make it dynamic by just keeping some movement here. Continuing to stay connected to the breath and feeling into the back body. And we'll take 2 more breaths. Go ahead and bring yourself down into a table. And then we're going to take this right foot and make it come out to the right sole of the foot on the mat. Press that left knee into the mat. Find some engagement through your core and then slowly rise. Inhaling the arms and the gaze up. And then exhale, chin down towards the chest, palms come to the heart. Notice the engagement that you need through the center of your body to stay stable here. We'll move through 2 more rounds of that flow. So inhale, lift the arms. And then exhale, palms down near the hips, chin down towards the chest. Rise. Inhale, rise, arms and gaze. And then exhale, let this right hand come down to the right leg as the left fingertips open over to the right. You want to make sure that you're shining your heart forward. And the pelvis and everything is really engaged and moving forward to keep that link through the spine. And give yourself 1 more breath. Inhale, reach the arms up over the head. And then exhale this left palm down to the floor. Reach the right fingertips away. Stay strong through that left knee. Gaze towards that right palm. One more breath. Slowly send the chest down towards the floor. We'll walk those hands back in front, and then we'll change from that right leg over to the left. So go ahead and press the right knee into the floor, engaging through your core muscles, and we'll take an inhale to come to rise. Palms near the hips. Press the knee in, engage through the center of your body, and then we'll inhale for arms to rise, gaze to rise. Exhale, palms and chin down towards the chest. 2 more rounds. We'll inhale the arms up towards the sky. And then exhale, this left hand comes over to the left leg, right fingertips reach over to the left, keeping the heart open. So roll that right shoulder open, feeling this stretch all the way down the right side body. And then we'll inhale, arms rise. Exhale, right palm down to the mat, left fingertips reach away. Reach the fingertips, press into the pelvis to send it forward, keeping that link through the spine. Inhale to lower the chest down towards the mat, or face the mat rather, and we'll walk back into table. Once you get into table, go ahead and give yourself a child's pose. You can send the knees wide towards the outside edges of your mat, or just keep them right under your torso, letting the torso roll over the thighs, shoulders relax down towards the mat. Inhale, let's make our way back into table. And then we're going to send this right leg long behind us and then step it through so you can keep that blanket down on the mat. Go ahead and press that left knee into the mat just like we did a second ago. Engage through the core and let's come to rise. Pause on either side of the hips. Engage through the center of your body. You should be feeling a stretch through the quad of that left leg. We'll move through our flow 2 times. Inhale, arms and gaze, rise. Exhale down in front of the heart. Inhale, arms and gaze, rise. And then exhale to fold forward over that right knee. Curl your left toes, lift your hips, find a pyramid pose. And this is where that block might come in handy. You can put, if you just have one block, you can put your hands right in front of your foot. Maybe shorten that distance through that left leg so that the heel comes down towards the mat. And then inhale halfway. Exhale to fold over that right leg. You can have the hands on either side of the right foot as well. Awareness to that right hip, send it back even with the left hip. Notice the stretch through the right hamstring. Relax the upper body. Beautiful. Lower this left knee down to the mat. Send your hips back and then let this right leg come back to meet the left. You can move the block out of the way. We'll take an inhale, send the left leg long down the mat. And then exhale, step it through. So go ahead and find that engagement through the center of your body. Inhale to rise. So the hands come down towards the hips. Press into that right knee, engage through the center. There's that stretch through the right quad. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, palms and chin down towards the heart. Nice big deep inhales and exhales. Inhale to rise. Exhale, fold it forward. And curl your right toes, lift your hips. Decide about your block. Resituate that right leg so the right heel is down on the mat. Square those hips, so send that left hip back to meet the right. And then find your inhale halfway. Exhale to fold. And give it one more breath. This time, bend your left knee. Let your right foot come up to meet your left. We're at the top of the mat in a forward fold. And we'll inhale halfway, long spine. And then exhale to release down towards the floor. Inhale down low. Slow rise, coming up in a way that serves on the exhale, just to keep from getting dizzy as you rise. Finding that length through the spine, reaching from the toes all the way up to the crown of the head, letting the shoulders release down the back. We'll take an inhale, arms and gaze rise. And then exhale to bring the palms in front of the heart. Bow, chin to chest. 2 breaths right here. Inhale to lift the head and open the eyes for a gaze. And then we'll take an inhale, moving that body weight over to the left side just to pick this right foot up and send it long down your mat. See if you can find crescent legs. So that blanket's still down there on the mat. You could lower that right knee if you need to. Finding crescent. Let the arms come down on either side of the hips. Here we go. Inhale, arms and gaze lift. Exhale, chin comes down towards the chest, palms near the heart. Inhale to rise. And exhale, palms near the hips. One more round. Slow breath. Nice and deep. Inhale, lift the arms and the gaze. Exhale, palms come down in front of the heart. We're going to find energy in the ball of that right foot. Bring ourselves back up to the top of the mat. Keep a breath for yourself right here. Finding that connection on your right foot. We'll take an inhale, moving the body weight over on the exhale, and then lifting this left leg to send it long down the mat. Finding crescent or kneeling crescent. So find your stability, and then we'll drop those hands down on either side of the hips. Here we go. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, release in towards yourself. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, lower the hands down towards the hips. One more round. Lift them up. Exhale, the hands come into the heart. Keep the gaze forward. Find that energy in the ball of the left foot. Here we go, top of the mat. Mountain pose with hands at the heart. 2 breaths just for you. Let's inhale to rise with the gaze in the arms. And then exhale, we'll forward fold. Go ahead and step those feet back. Find your down dog. And if you have that blanket on your mat, you might want to move it out of the way. Give yourself one more breath in this down dog. And then bend your knees, press into the balls of your feet. Let's ripple into a plank. Inhale. And we'll move through chaturanga and into up dog. And once you get into this up dog, if you choose to come onto the tops of your feet, really let those hips sink down if you can. Strong through the arms. Come back to knees. Let's meet in child's pose. Releasing the low back. Last breath. Inhale, we'll come back to table. And then we're going to send that right leg long just like we just did. And then exhale to step it through. Once you get that leg through, you could bring that blanket back if you needed to. We're going to go ahead and curl toes and come into a low lunge. So really send that left heel long down the mat. Release the hips down towards the mat. Find that stretch through the left groin. And breathe. One more breath. And see if you can lengthen through the crown of the head. Lower the left knee down towards the mat, left top of the foot towards the mat. Send that right hip back to meet left, and we'll meet in that table. Inhale, left leg goes long, and then exhale, step it through. Option to stay right here or curl toes to come into a low lunge. Feeling into this shape. Go ahead and lower that right knee. Send the right hip back. Let the left hip come back to meet it, and we'll meet in table. Once you come to table, curl toes, lift hips, down dog. All right. As you're ready, we're going to walk hands and feet to the center of the mat and meet there in a forward fold. We'll take an inhale halfway along spine. And then exhale to release back down towards the earth. Inhale down low. Exhale, slow rise, coming up in a way that serves. As the hands come near the hips, fresh inhale, reaching the arms and the gaze up. And then exhale to bring the hands down in front of the heart, bow chin to chest, 2 breaths. Inhale to lift the gaze, keep the hands at the heart. We're going to take an inhale and move body weight over to that left side of the body. Light on these right toes until you feel comfortable to lift that right knee up towards the chest. So engage through the center of your body, just like we've been doing from the knee. Stay right here. And see if you can balance as you bring the hands down near the hips. You'll have to keep the gaze at a drishti point or a soft gaze in front of you, but keep the arm or the leg lifted. See if you can inhale to lift the arms. Exhale to bring in front of the chest. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale to the side. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale in towards center. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale towards the hips. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hands come in front of the heart, right leg comes back down towards the mat. Center your weight, center your breath. All right. Here we go. Nice big inhale. And exhaling over to the right side of the body, length through the spine. As you're ready, lift this left knee up towards the navel. If that doesn't work, you could always just keep your left toes on the mat and just try to really engage to the right side of your body. Or maybe just lift it a little bit. It's totally up to you. So we'll start with the hands down near the hips. Find your soft gaze, not at me, I'm moving. You want something that's not moving. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, prayer hands. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale by the hips. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, prayer hands. And press the breath all the way out. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, prayer hands. Down by the hips. Here we go. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hands come in front of the heart. Left foot comes back to the mat. Center yourself here, 2 breaths. Inhale, lift the arms and the gaze up. And then exhale, forward fold. After you release the breath completely, walk your hands forward, feet back, down dog. One more breath. And bend those knees, press into the balls of the feet. Let's ripple into that long plank. Long spine. Inhale. And then exhale to lower down halfway through your chaturanga, making your way into cobra or up dog, releasing through the hips. Strong through the arms. Knees come to the mat. We'll send those hips back. Child's pose. Releasing the low back. See what you can release right here. Notice the breath into the upper back body. We'll take an inhale to lift into table. And then swing those feet around so that you can come to a comfortable seat, but we're going to extend the legs long. So once you come into this comfortable seat with the legs extended long, we're going to take the right sole of the foot and bring it up to the inside of the left thigh. And then I'm going to actually put my hands on the floor, lift up just a little bit at my hips so that I can send this left hip back in line with the right hip. Both parts of the tailbone are directly pressing into the floor. Reach the crown of the head up towards the sky, and then let's inhale to lift the arms and the gaze. Exhale, bow chin down towards chest, palms come in front of the heart. Inhale, lift the arms and the gaze. And exhale, hands come down on either side of the hips. Chin stays down towards chest. Now flex through that left foot. Press the right knee down towards the mat. Engage here. Shine the heart forward. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, let everything release. You can stop pressing that right knee into the mat. We're going to send the right leg long. Bring the left heel in towards that right thigh. And then I'm just going to make sure that my hips are in line by bringing that right hip back just a bit. We'll inhale, lift the arms and the gaze. And then exhale, chin to chest, hands in front of the heart. Inhale, lift the arms and the gaze. And then exhale to bring the palms down either side of the hips. As you do, engage through the right leg. Start to press the left knee down towards the floor. Roll the shoulder blades back, heart presses forward. A lot of engagement here. Keep the mouth relaxed if you can. Inhale. And release. Beautiful. Send the left leg long to meet the right. Tall spine. Inhale, lift the arms and the gaze. And then exhale, palms in front of the heart, bow chin to chest. Inhale, lift the arms and the gaze. And then exhale, palms come down on either side, fingertips on either side of the hips. Roll the crown up towards the sky, and then we'll keep the chin down towards the chest, but keep the spine long. Shoulder blades are together. Now flex both feet and press the legs into the mat. So just a different variation of seated staff. One more breath. Beautiful. Inhale. And then exhale to relax the body. Go ahead and roll down onto your back. Keep your knees bent and let your upper body relax against the mat. So if you get your knees at just the right angle, you can get your whole back connected to the mat. You may have to lift your feet just to find that connection with the low back. Arms can stay wide in a T, relaxing the shoulders into the earth. Give yourself whatever feels good here. Rock side to side. All right. That left foot is going to come back to the mat with the knee still bent, right leg up towards the sky. Cross that right ankle over the left knee. And then slowly take an inhale, reach this left knee up towards your chest, finding reclined pigeon. You can take your hands out of the T and interlace your fingers through the back of that left thigh. Or you can stay right where you are. Last breath. Lower the left foot down towards the mat. And then send the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, let that right leg go all the way along down your mat. Keep the left knee just like it is. Let the toes fall out to the right. Drag that right heel up towards that left foot. And then just let that right knee hold itself open. Release through the body, just releasing the hips. So this is another place that a block might feel nice to elevate the outside of that right knee just a little bit where you feel like you can really let it open. So it's a passive opening. It's not like when we were just pressing it into the floor. Right now we're just letting it restore itself. Nice and open, nice and loose. And one more breath. Inhale, let that right knee lift back up, right sole of the foot comes to the mat. You can move that block out of the way. We're going to send the left leg long towards the sky and then bend that left knee, letting the left ankle come on top of that right knee. Fresh inhale to lift that right knee up towards the chest and then decide if you want to interlace those fingertips behind the right thigh. And slowly lower that right foot down towards the earth. Relax through the hips. Inhale that left leg up towards the sky once again. And then exhale, slowly lower that left leg all the way down your mat with control. Once it gets there, relax through the hips. Let that left foot fall out to the left. And then drag this left heel up until it meets the inside of that right foot. Slowly let that left hip help release through that left side as the knee goes down towards the mat. Use a block or that blanket or towel, whatever you have, if you want just a little bit more support under that left knee. Here we go, lifting this left knee up towards the sky. They're right next to each other. And then we're going to take that block or firm pillow. Take an inhale, lift the hips by pressing into the feet and bring that block right under your sacrum. As you exhale, slowly releasing, letting the hips open. Sometimes there's a little tendency to have a little bit of tension in the upper back. I like to press into the back of my head just to lift my shoulders a little bit and then relax back down. If this is too much pressure on your low back, then all you have to do is send the block just a little bit further down to change that dynamic with your hips. And if it doesn't work in your body, that's okay. Last 2 breaths. So from here, you can press into the feet to lift the hips just enough to move that block. Slowly making your way back down. From here, You can move into windshield wipers. You can move into knees up at the chest. You could move into happy baby. Your choice, just releasing where you can through the low back and the hips. And go ahead and give yourself those last 6 to 7 breaths, offering yourself anything that I didn't offer in this practice that your body is asking you for now. Try to stay connected to the breath as you offer yourself this gift. Last one. You can slowly make your way into whatever Shavasana will look like for you today. And when you get there, give yourself a nice big inhale and exhale through the nose. And rest. You can slowly start to bring some awareness back into this space that we have created together. And start with some really small movements with your fingers and your toes. And wiggle your wrists and your ankles. Reach your arms up over your head. Stretch your fingertips. Point your toes. Give yourself a full body stretch. Allow yourself to roll on to one side or the other on your mat. Bring your knees up in towards your chest, like you're in the fetal position. Give yourself a hug here, noticing the breath all the way up into the back body. Then as you're ready, you can slowly come to a comfy seat. And we'll meet there with our hands together at our hearts, chin down towards chest. So our quote for the day says, "May the sun bring you new energy by day. May the moon softly restore you by night. May the rain wash away your worries. May the breeze blow new strength into your being. May you walk gently through the world and know its beauty all the days of your life. May you know kindness and may you be kind. Until we meet together again, gratitude for practicing with me. Namaste."